What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tilt City for week 2 of Premier League football here on FSI. I'm Alex Hooper. This is Tom Stoss. Tom, anything tilting you this weekend? What's taking you to Tilt City?
I'm tilting because I'm finally that guy on the call that's doing it by handheld phone, not even a stand or anything like that. I just had to, at least I'm not laying down on my back with the phone like over my face, you know?
I thought that would be a funny dynamic. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful.
You're gonna see too much of the back room here, so no thanks.
You're gonna learn a lot. Yeah, a couple of technical difficulties. Pretty tilting.
We're going though. It's okay. We persevere like always.
Truly. Tilting, I don't know, man. I'm still running good, so it's hard to tilt. I was in first place for about an hour and a half in MMA last night. Okay. At the end, I thought I had the nuts lineup, and then the next guy after my sixth guy won by submission came out and put up an 100. So I lost by 12 points. It was the difference between $1,800 and $180. So it goes. My process is coming along though, so it's hard to really tell. But that's a different sport. Let's talk about soccer.
Yes, if you want, man. I don't know. It wasn't a bad weekend or whatever. This was just very much a, I'd lose $1 here and there sort of thing and pick myself up for the next day.
Yeah. Saturday was bad. The rest was fine. So let's get into it. I didn't even look. I don't remember what I did for this Liverpool-Burnley match. I think I actually had a nice morning. Let's take a look at it. It was who scored? Yeah, Mane from TAA and Jota from Smikas. So I think the Salah fade was good, but I think he still had a decent enough day. Not enough to win it, but enough to cash. That's right. Because I had plenty of Salah, even though I didn't really want to play him. Very expensive. First goal Vard, I was like, that hurts. And then the Mane TAA, because I didn't have captains of either of those guys. I was very heavy on Simikas, Jota, and Salah. So I was like cruising towards a good morning, and it was still a good morning, but not all that great. All right, 4-game slate. Obviously, City was the big one. Everyone's concentrated on City, and if you're playing GPPs, everybody said it. And I think it still ended up being the right thing to do, kind of to fade City to get leverage. We'll talk about that as we go along, but let's see. Villa beats Newcastle. Newcastle doesn't score. No surprise there for me. Danny Ings, beautiful goal from Tyrone Mings. The center backs are going to be a theme today. And then El Ghazi, I thought he was off the bench, but he was not, and he scored. I don't know how owned he was. Maybe we'll see. So nothing there for me. Speaking of nothing there, Palace and Brentford, not much went on. Gaita had a nice game. Mbuemo, I don't know what he scored. I think I got to him like once. Didn't spend a lot of time there. Moving on. Klitsch had the first goal, right? No, Calvert-Lewin with the penalty.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
Klitsch from Bamford. So the Bamford folks got at least some of a bailout, myself included. No Klitsch for me. Same for Damari Gray, and Decore is staying involved. And
you didn't pick up any Damari Gray? I only thought of him because of Golazzo. I
had him in cash.
I think you did.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I put him in my cash lineup and it came through for me. I barely cashed that on that one. So
we'll talk about that in a second, actually. All right. I'm the only person who didn't have Damari Gray. Hang on my face. I did have a lot of Rafinha though. This is from Liam Cooper. Rafinha had a nice floor game, so that was obviously a nice cherry on top. All right, the big one. City and Norwich. It was either stack City to get 5-0 or get off of City and sprinkle them in to try and catch 2 goals. The way it ended up was an own goal, a goal from very owned Jack Grealish. I have to highlight the Ferran Torres offside goal.
Yeah. That I got really, 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 really excited there. That was going to make me. And then, of course, he had a terrible day. So of course that had to become an intervention there.
That was the actual tilt for me as far as DFS goes this weekend. Was that I was happy with MMA. That actually pissed me off. Jesus with the assist to a highly owned Grealish too. So what happened here was we thought Ferran Torres would be wide. He ended up going back to that because Gabriel Jesus was playing. We thought it would be Jesus and then Torres on the wing, and ended up being Torres at the false nine and Jesus at the wing. Pep even said post game that Jesus actually likes to play the wing and that they're working with him on stuff like that. So he gets the assist. He gets another one, Raheem Sterling, who came off the bench for Torres. We skipped a center back goal from Aymeric Laporte, and then Mahrez off the bench with an assist from Diaz. So again, center back assist, center back goal, clean sheet, chalky goal, and not a chalky assist, but definitely the guy who made the difference was Gabriel Jesus. All right, so let's dive into it. We want to talk cash, so of course I got to go back to Blender, and of course Blender beat me again. He kind of talked about not getting too much City, and talked about that on the podcast, of course, the RotoWire podcast. If you're not listening yet, if you're watching this and not listening to them, I don't know why you're coming to me. Go to them. Same with Gator. So Ederson, that's as guaranteed a goal as there was on the slate. I didn't prioritize him. Gundogan, didn't expect him to play, but at his price, not a bad decision. Works out. Dina and Richie, I was definitely on those guys from the start. I went with the two kind of puntish midfielders, and for 9 in cash, I was very happy with that. I got my Grealish goal, and I was like, I know Blender's not going to have that. And then, of course, Damari Gray, who we just talked about, Blender had him in cash. I thought about Zaha as well, and then we obviously both had Rafinha. So this was kind of the one of the two camps when it came to cash. I mean, obviously, I don't expect that everybody had Freddie Woodman in their lineup or Calvin Phillips or even Conor Gallagher. But it was basically like, do you want to get off of the City guys who, again, like Grealish and Gray, if you just look at them 1-2, I mean, you take away Grealish's goal, he gets 6 points at 9,200. You take away Damari Gray's, he gets 5.5 at 4.9. And that was kind of the thing, like, unless Grealish got heavily involved, like double assists, which still would be kind of the same thing, and a goal, what you're paying there didn't really get you anywhere. But Torres gets that goal and I win. So
right. Yeah, of course.
But it was kind of the two approaches you could go with. So, and obviously Gators or Blender is going to do the right thing like he always does. So
I stay out of head to heads just because I feel like I haven't I had a couple bad run-ins like months ago and just never went back. Is this like a does he have a good looking head to head here? Is this like, you want to think of it like cash, or is this like cash like slightly different? Because I don't know.
No, this is head to heads are essentially cash because you only have to beat one person. Like, that's how you differentiate when you should play a cash lineup versus or cashier lineup, when you should play that against playing maybe a little more variant lineup, is how many people you need to beat. So when it's one, like, you are just trying to create the optimal lineup. And that's kind of what you're going to do in head to heads too. Because like, as long as you think it's optimal and you land in the top 50%, you're going to get the payout.
Mm-hmm.
So like, this is the cashiest thing you can do. This is cashier than a double up.
Oh, sure. Okay. Interesting. This is just so little City for that, but I guess I don't know. Yeah. I Gundogan is, I don't know. Gundogan's just a weird one to add up on for a cash lineup then.
He had some sets.
That's true.
He's got a share, and he's been, the runs in the box. It's not like he doesn't have a floor. I mean, as you see, 7 crosses against Norwich, as long as someone's on the ball, and that's if you want exposure to City. Like, if you just want to have someone with a similar chance of lucking into a goal, like any City guy basically that attacks makes sense. And at 6,900, he's essentially an attacker. So like, that's just the way you get to it instead of paying up 1,100 just because Torres is closer to the goal more often, and like, he's a wide player. Obviously that's where you prefer, but Gundogan's good. And he's more involved in the attack than he has been. Like, at first when he came to City, he was more like I don't want to say like a Højbjerg because he wasn't as defensive leaning, but he was more of a pivot, a holding guy. But now he actually gets forward. So like, that's if you wanted like the most guaranteed goal, it was Ederson. If you want like the cheapest exposure to City to still be able to get to some of these other guys like Zaha, who is as likely to score as a Torres. You could get everything you wanted by going to Gundogan, and then, I mean, if Norwich was going to score, it's going to be lucky. So I'm not.
No, I get it. Gundogan's a good choice here. I guess I'm realizing too. There's not like a Harry Kane or something like that that you're going to want to spend up for on City. There's like a bunch of all like mini guys that are like, yeah, he's 9,000, he could score, or
It's
like
roulette.
he's 8,000 and he could score. Yeah, that's the roulette exactly.
Yeah. So like that's basically what you're doing on this slate, especially like I only ended up on 2 City as well. Like it's not like I stacked them. But I played the roulette game, and this is the safest.
Yeah.
It's like the safest way you can go with City. Because again, like, yeah, I already said it, but like Torres has pretty much the same amount of chance of scoring as Gundogan. Gundogan does have a floor. And I mean, apparently Torres doesn't, especially if he's only playing 60 minutes. But he played through the middle. So like he wasn't a wide player anymore. So that 1-to-1 comparison is like, that's already out the window. But so
okay, cool.
I'll beat him one of these days. Again, I beat him before, but it's not an even Steven by any means. Let's see. So this is my 12th lineup. I don't know why this is up, but this was pretty much the same lineup, except I got to Ings, added Young, and took my clean sheet with Ederson. This was 317th. So I did not have a good. I had like 98% of Ferran Torres. I did not realize it as I was making lineups. I was just not privy to it. It was just Richie with Almiron instead. So I was sunk as soon as he came off. I was like, turn it off. 644. Yeah, man, I'm in Blamo at 11.
Oh, wow.
Not a ton. Yeah, I mean, there's a decent enough ceiling. I did not realize that Tim Krul got a -9. That's not surprising, but
yeah,
that's what happens when you pay down sometimes, and sometimes it goes the other way. So same core, pretty much. Torres. I stayed on Phillips more than I wanted to, but I had a feeling he had this game in him, and I was comfortable with that. So I expected more out of Bamford in a lineup like this, maybe a link up, yada yada. Like correlation. I don't want to spend too much time on mine because I didn't really do much. Let's take a look at the top of the leaderboard. All right, this seems like a fun guess. The Nets.
Fina, I don't know. Probably had. It was great. It was great forward eligible too, or is he just?
I think he was a mid.
Mid.
Okay. I think he's mid.
I'm thinking
Laporte or Diaz, first of all.
I think. Ooh. Well, why not? Well, do you think he has like what Mings and Laporte? That would be quite a.
Mings and Emi Martinez wouldn't be a bad one.
Yeah, I feel like Mings would be in there. Could be David Raya at goal. But I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not sure who like because there's got to be like an expensive defender in there, right? Probably went to Dina. I don't know.
Dina or Richie were. So all right, let's go for it.
Let's
Jesus, obviously. Okay, so
Jay Furbo. All right, interesting.
I didn't realize Gaeta outperformed Ederson and Emi Martinez by a little bit, but okay, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that makes sense. It's a City leads sort of thing. It's a 3-3-1-1 makes sense. To get
I'm kicking myself. Yeah, because I went to Cancelo a lot here for some reason. I don't know. How much Cancelo did you get in the mix?
Very little.
Was it the price, or is it just because Dino had held you more or whatever, and you could? I don't know. I guess I have no faith in the pivots quite yet, so I'm not sure who to go to at the defender or not the pivots, the whatever, the cheap guys.
Gotcha.
The center backs.
Yeah.
Thank you. Jeez, I forgot all the words. It's been a long off season.
So the center backs are more about correlation for me. Like I'm only kind of punting down to center backs if they pair with my keeper and I need to.
Right.
Cancelo was on the left, so that's a big thing. If he's on the left, he's not as influential. Yes. If Kyle Walker's in and he's playing the left, like he can be worse.
That explains that then.
Like he can cross. I don't know what he
Yeah,
did.
right.
Let me look at his heat map real quick. But I didn't get to the. I think I might have had 100% Dina and Richie. I think I just let that ride. Let that road. I don't know. Let that
Mhm.
ride and got back to it. I mean, yeah, he
You
played
know,
forward, man.
yeah, no, this makes a lot more sense now. I think I might have looked at Sofa when it had Walker on the left and Cancelo on the right. I swear to God.
Yeah,
So I
it
was
did.
like, oh yeah, come on, let's go. Why is Cancelo not the guy? So I should have
Yeah,
looked again, huh? Oops. Oh well. All right.
I might have gotten to him somewhere. I don't know. I think I could
Yeah.
actually look at it, but I don't know.
No.
But
You don't need to answer that question because as soon as someone sees he's on the left, yeah, you should go to Dina, go to somebody else. Don't count on him. I didn't see that, and yeah, that sunk me a lot.
but the other thing too is like if I was playing City, I was probably going to play them for upside, and like again, like just play Gundogan instead, and then so yeah, paying up, and this doesn't answer your question one way or another, but paying up at defender, like you're going to get more bang for the buck because they're priced like Sardinia is 800 cheaper than Calvert Lewin, and he's probably going to guarantee like that's a goal's worth. He was at like 8 or whatever last week, but you're just getting more bang for the buck. And if they assist something, then all of a sudden it's beautiful. So again, that
Right.
doesn't answer your question, but let's see what Bodega did. He's fantastic. Got to Damari as I mean, that's a great pair. You got the goal out of him. Rafinha, Jesus did plenty. Like, see, there's two. Perfect two for City. Like,
Yeah,
don't worry
right.
about Jack. Get your goal here. Pray for some upside. You got it. Yeah.
Okay.
So that was, I mean, that was that slate. I don't have much to say because I didn't do any of it, so I can't really explain. But I mean, like the construction makes sense, and that's what matters. Punt into Gallagher, like you can do that. I just
Hmm.
didn't see Damari Gray as an upside play, and I mean anyone's an upside play if they score a goal. So I don't recognize a whole lot of these folks. Cactus Jack, he went with my boy Tony.
Mm.
Dina and Gray, perfect. Richie without a pair. Rafinha and Calvin Phillips. Jesus Ederson, Tony. So yeah, so that looks to be the build is Jesus Erickson, Ederson. Geez, can't speak. But who Daniel Levy play? Not Kane. Okay, there's a city stack that worked. That's the perfect city stack.
Wow.
And then yeah,
Okay,
Richie's
that's how you do
perfect.
it.
And
All right.
but
Hmm.
even this, like, that's a heave. That's a cash play. Like
Yeah.
it worked. You won $40.
Yeah.
That's 10x. Way to go. I'm not trying to crap on it, but not a lineup I would play. Certainly worked out. But this is what city stacks look like, and that's why you end up with Connor Gallagher and Alex Iwobi. So that's what you're
Okay.
kind of what we were kind of battling. All right, let's move to Sunday. Far better day for me. 2-game slate, Southampton and Manchester United. We'll also talk about that showdown, so stick with us. United and Southampton. So this was originally a Che Adams goal, turned it into an own
Oh.
goal. Mason Greenwood from Paul Pogba, who's just insane right now delivering the ball. Martial only goes 59. I played him like an idiot. And then Spurs, Dele Alli with a plus dive and a C plus penalty, but it was good enough to get the job done both times. And then Spurs held on for dear life in a very Nuno Matinho-esque. I mean, they countered. The counterattack was still good. Stevie was a little better, but still inaccurate around goal with passes this time. But we got Dele Alli back, so that was nice. All right, Sunday. Here's my best lineup. Surprisingly, I played like a lot of Dele Alli because he was the cheapest forward, and I did not have faith in any of the forwards. Somehow, the Dele goal is not in my best lineup in the $4. Somehow that was the Stevie. Really, like literally, I think all I did was change Tanganga out for Marcal to get $200 to get up to Steven Bergwijn just to have exposure to Bergwijn. But this was more a United stack and just praying Wolves didn't score. That's that. This Livramento kid is playing on the wing for Southampton and is currently priced very low, and he's a nice get. I mean, 6.7 against United. I'll take it. That was a punt. Marcel is also, I mean, 10 crosses at 3,300. You knew Spurs were going to invite pressure. Like, play fullbacks against Spurs. Play guys who cross against Spurs. Like, if you can get them cheap, then let's go. But other than that, I played a lot of. Okay, there's the switch. Tanganga and Delhi. That was a difference of 4 points because Tanganga didn't do anything and Marcel did. More of a Spurs stack. Got the 2 guys I needed from United. Needed a third team. Ruben Neves made the most sense, and he was fantastic today.
Jeez. Was there a showdown for that one?
No, it was the United one. Which I didn't open up, and I did all right in that, but I didn't open it up. I got Charlie.
A beautiful day for Lloris and have a bunch of bombers coming after him. Oh well.
That's true. Yeah, you could have entered the big one this time.
Next time.
All right. So Charlie went with the contrarian, very smart Wolf stack. You know, Son on sets, get the guys you need from United. Genipo's a fine wing play. I didn't end up getting to him because this was only like a 6 max tournament here. And I only played 6 in the dollar because the prize pools on Sunday are not good. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the scores that Wolves put up against Spurs. Like, that's
insane, man.
You're gonna get that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get that against them. What else Charlie did? So this looks more like a showdown sort of vibe. Tanganga is just a cheap punt. This, you got some correlation here. Praying for the Southampton, whatever. No goal. Pogba, Greenwood. You get your Fernandez. Fade on Shaw. I did not do that a whole lot. Traore even put 17 up.
That's what I was just marveling at that, man. I can't believe Spurs didn't concede. Maybe we have grown up from last year, huh? Only a little bit. Don't give up that goal and don't make something out of it. Just ride it the whole way. We can ride the 1-0 now.
So Lloris cap with an onslaught build, except Delhi. So Lloris cap, Traore, Neves, Marcel, Delhi. Is that enough spots?
Yeah. Okay. If I did do that, if there was a showdown and I did do it, I probably would have got shook off from last week when we were talking about how bad of an idea it was to do that. So maybe I would have, maybe I wouldn't have. I probably would have done one for fun.
What did we say was a bad idea?
I don't. I think there was a lot of questioning about, like, because I had Lloris and then I had like a huge like a city stack like behind it too. And it would have been like the same thing, I guess.
No, you had Lloris cap with the whole front three of Spurs.
No, it was. What am I talking about? Never mind.
I said I would have done that. I would have gone all city because that's the onslaught build, and I do that more than what you did. You did just like a straight up contrarian 1-0, which perfect.
Right.
I would have.
So I would have learned from what we did, what we said, and done the right thing if it existed, which it doesn't. But when it does, I'm gonna be there.
The tough thing there is getting to Delhi because like Delhi doesn't make any sense in an onslaught build because he doesn't have a floor currently. So that's the nuts, but like also wouldn't have done it. All right. Got my 1-2 pairing up there. Pretty solid stack there. Got my 2 guys with floors for Wolves. Charlie. Spurs stack with all the guys you need from United. Livramento. Great minds, buddy. Great minds, Charlie. It's my guy. Charlie might not be able to play DFS any longer because they are banning it where he's from in Oregon. So we might lose.
Oh my God.
We might lose one of our guys. Shout out to Charlie. I will not miss him taking my money, but he's a good man.
We got to relocate him. Or we got to lobby the Oregon state government or something. Either one.
We got to airlift him out of there.
Yeah.
I hear it's beautiful, but like, don't be dumb. Don't be dumb, Oregon. All right. Spoiler alert, he's in FSI. So we're going to have similar lineups. Livramento, you got your 2 guys, Bergwijn. I mean, you're going to see not a lot. Okay, you ran the train. What did I do here? Contrarian, even though Region probably didn't make sense. Probably could have got a better 1-2 here, but
You start running out after a while with the 2 men.
I played 6 lineups. I didn't run out of anything.
Well, maybe you start to.
I
I
ran
don't
out-
know. You
I ran
just
out by the
peter, you
fifth.
peter out. Yeah.
I didn't have a great feel for what I wanted to do here, so
Right.
I mean that's a pretty straightforward lineup from Charles. We call him Charlie, but his name is Charles. I don't know that. All right, yeah, you get it. It's again like 2-game slate, made more sense. You're seeing a lot more 31%. What was he? 35%. Like 2-game slates, you're gonna get a lot more people paying up keepers, which on this slate made a ton of like. I mean, Wolves are impotent. Southampton. I got to way more De Gea than I should have, given that I believed way less in Wolves to score. So just trying to be diverse. Also, City or Spurs. It's like you can't count on them.
Oh no.
All right, what worked?
Certainly not.
Let's see. Delhi. I mean, this was just
Okay.
everything, huh?
Yeah.
That's I mean,
Yeah.
so it's
I
these
thought
two-
I'd see Traore here, but
these
yeah,
three
this makes
spots.
sense. Yeah.
So
What's up, Harley?
I heard him. He's mad.
Yeah.
No Sun. Sun fit made a lot of sense today.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But fading Sun and getting to Delhi is also not something.
That's why I thought. That's why I thought Traore was going to be there, like not Son, Traore, and then somebody else. I don't know, but I don't know how the pricing would have worked out on that. So
there you go.
yeah, good for you, man. Yeah.
Punt down to
Oh yeah.
Cody.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Okay.
Still got the job done because there were 2 actual goals on the slate. You got them both with same floors and a clean sheet. Hey, here's a Cleveland boy right here.
Oh.
An old friend that I didn't know played DFS. We connected years ago through Cavs Twitter, and he shouted out to me on Twitter one day. Boy Bier, United stack, played Wolves not to score, and got your 3rd team through Marcel. It was probably the best 3rd team play on the entire slate at his price. Yeah, so that's that. That's Sunday. Moving on, 2-0. Chelsea over Arsenal. Lukaku. He starts. Lukaku. He scores from Reece James, who is your MVP pick of the day. Mason Mount, who I was tilting early, per usual, got the assist. We'll look at 2 things. I know we had kind of a similar lineup, and I think it was this one.
No, because I didn't captain James at all. Which
that's right.
Is that's really my tilt of the week. Yeah, is I didn't
one.
like I went way too much Alonso. That looks about it.
You were chasing, huh? Chasing that goal from last week.
Yep, pretty much. I don't know. I definitely had James around enough, but I totally forgot to throw him in a captain ever, which everyone else who did really well did.
Yeah.
Which of course that makes sense. So much savings. I don't know why I didn't do it off the savings alone.
It's the first thing I look for in a captain, man. If I'm not making a 1-0 build, the first thing I look for is someone who's going to rack up like big. I'm not talking like Conor Gallagher floor, even though that would have worked in a showdown for that match for sure. I'm talking Reece James who can put up 12 to 15. And like that turns into what, 20? 22?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So,
insane.
So this is what I played in the $28 satellite to the 555 golden goal. I'm trying to get some more exposure, some big contests with small fields, even though that means I will have to take on not just Blender and get dusted by him. I can get dusted by Saramek and Pew and Tendrils and Young Bramson and all. They can just all beat me at once. But then I can look at all of their lineups and be like, I'm an idiot. So this is what I played because I figured they were all sharps in there, and that Lukaku's price point would be too high in a captain spot. I did not do the smart thing and fade. I mean, I guess in this case, Alonso for Mendy. But either one of these guys.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, given that Alonso and James are on sets, probably Mount would be the first one you fade. But instead, I went with some sketchy floor guys from Arsenal because I thought they would maybe come to life just a little bit instead of being fully dominated by Chelsea. But Chelsea are a different animal. So that's what I did there. My first lineup was Alonso captain, like you mentioned, just a full on, this is Arsenal being bad lineup, and it turned out well. Mendy cap, same thing. Lukaku. I did pretty much all of these lineups, and I would just swap out Lukaku, and then maybe get a little more floor from Arsenal, or maybe go down to Havertz. That was basically my approach. And here's the James.
I was big on switching out Mount and Lukaku here. That was kind of the move. Not nearly enough switching on Alonso, but that's how it goes.
I think I had Alonso in every lineup. All right, so
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
Here's the winner. I see 3 sharps already. I was just talking about young Grahamson. Emu up is also very good. And my guy Chin Slaps, who just joined FSI this week. And I said, you've been kicking my ass in head-to-heads, or you did before I blocked you, because it was so many consecutively. And he's like, I don't have an edge on you. And I'm like, I don't think you're right. But I've been talking to him on Discord, and he went ahead and shipped this $4. So let's look what he did. James, Lukaku, Mount, Alonso, Mendy. So the fade here was, oh my God. There wasn't a fade. You didn't have to fade anyone, because getting down to James got you to Mendy, which makes me feel very stupid, because this is definitely a lineup that I would have built. It just is not one that crossed my plate. I'm mad about this.
Yeah, this is killing me. This is really like how did I didn't think of that savings.
And I still you still don't even have to play a guy like Marie, whatever. No. You don't have to play a center back. You still got a guy who I played anyway. Instead,
Xhaka's dirt cheap, and he's like, he's going to give you more than 2 points. I don't know why I was like, maybe Suarez will do it. Maybe I'll maybe Tierney will do something this game. And like he did the best he could do considering, and then he got hurt. So right. Wait, so I got a little.
What was my lineup here? It was Suarez or Suarez.
Oh,
is that Cedric?
Is that
Cedric? Cedric. Mama calls him Cedric. Wait, so like, what did I do? Oh, it was Tierney and Suarez. Okay, yeah.
Tierney and yeah. Oh, right.
Wow. Wait, so I could have correlated the keeper with the defender in my captain spot, and I didn't do it because I had to get to Cedric. Oh, that's pretty tough. I feel so stupid. How did I not make that lineup?
And that's the funny thing about showdowns, man. Is those really sneak by you, and it's like,
let's look at another great lineup that I made.
Please.
This is my third lineup. Captain Tierney.
Hey, I did it too, man. I don't blame you.
Instead of building that was my third lineup. Instead of, let's see, this was my 12th. I didn't get to James until my 12th lineup. Huh, weird. Well, feel dumb. Wizard of Ozil is good. Havertz instead of Alonso, and then you got to Marie like in a 2-0 game, and Havertz, or a 3-0 or whatever. Havertz scores. Emu again. Saka, Mary. Let's look at what the sharps did, because I pulled up that $20 young Graham Son won it with that same lineup.
Jeez.
All right. So Moneyball. Jorginho and Cedric. Different than 10 points. And there's me again, Lukaku, floor guys, and then I love Cedric apparently. I don't know these two. I know Duck, Mount Cap with Saka. No Lukaku. Okay. So you're still, you're 31 points shy without Lukaku. But the results don't matter. We want to see what smart people did, what they were thinking. Red coats, as sharp as there is. Alonso cap. Aspie, who was a center back here. But you got the floor. There's correlation there. I understand why you did it. Like, that's just a lot of floor. And if Alonso puts on a free kick. Left 1,000 on the table. And this isn't a big contest either. There's 19 people in this contest, and he left 1,000 on the board. So, I'm just looking at this, trying to figure out like where he started. Like, obviously The sharps were on the keeper, which I mean made sense. I don't know why I believe in Arsenal. Should kind of be predisposed not to do that. So yeah, I mean,
single entry.
Yeah, it's $28.
Okay.
Winner gets a $555 ticket to the Golden Goal, which is a weekly contest, and the prize pool is like 200,000 pop.
Okay, Aspilicueta is certainly different here. That's
well, and he played Alonso and James too, so it's not like Aspie. It's not like he thought Aspilicueta would be on the wing. But
no,
I mean, really, it's just correlation, and it is different. And maybe he just wanted. My guess is he just wanted more floor out of Tierney because he's a fine floor play, and Aspilicueta was the best thing that was available. Like, I get it, but
yeah, that's true.
Again,
I'm not sure.
Right.
I don't know if there was anyone at like 7,200 that is a better move there. So, yeah, no, I get it.
All right, let's look at Ceramic. Hey, we're not that dumb. Ceramic played the two fullbacks too, and he didn't play the keeper. So he faded Alonso. Ceramic, I'm noticing, always picks like one chalky guy to fade, which makes sense. It's kind of what I tell people anyway with Showdown, is like just pick one guy and just be like, not him in this lineup. Like, he failed here. Pretty straight ahead. So I mean, like that looks to me like, other than fading Alonso, it's like a chalk build or a cash build that makes sense, except saying I'm going to fit this one guy. That's just how that strikes me.
Okay.
Because I believe in Tierney, and yikes. All right, so I saw Storms. I mean, I might have made this exact line. I think I made this exact lineup and played it like every other ticket giveaway. I know I played it in the $4. It's the Lukaku build that I played here, except you're getting yourself the keeper by going to Havertz. And I mean, Havertz 5.3 in the captain, 26 over. Like, that's just a fine pivot play at 1-0. He could have scored very easily, just as easily as Lukaku. So obviously I get that build because I made it. All right, Gen Curd, one of the best, left a lot of salary on the table, and this is an onslaught build. This is exactly what we're talking about. Just went with the Tierney and paired him with Lino just in case things went awry. Makes a ton of sense. The Havoc. I think this dude won King of the Pitch last year. I want to say. Full Arsenal contrarian.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
What's 1 divided by 28? Let's go to the tape. 3.5% of the entries in this are paid out. It's just like a 10-cent, 130 person, like, get weird. If Saka scores, I mean, half the lineups are sunk anyway because what's his name is in there, Mendy,
right?
5.3% captain. No one else is going to have him. Like, not much needs to happen for this to work. Well, they need a clean sheet, but I mean, like,
that's right.
1-0 Arsenal, and he marches away with it.
Yeah, even a 1-1 puts you ahead of like all those defense, like clearing off all those clean sheets and everything.
Right.
Yeah, and there were 2 goals in the game, so they could have easily been that. I don't know. I a lot of anti-Arsenal bias, and I am very afraid of Chelsea. So when it plays out like this, it's like, maybe Tierney is not going to show up and in fact get hurt against a team like Chelsea. Plus, it's Arsenal.
You're definitely considering what you think will happen. And I think we all thought that Chelsea would, I mean, judging by the Mendy ownership, we thought it would be a lot of Chelsea. And that's the cool thing about this. I'm looking at, these guys are all sharps generally, like not a lot of fish are coming and playing. I'm going to play a $28 satellite. So like, these are every lineup I've looked at here. I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. Redcoats was the only one, and Redcoat is a literal genius. He's as good as Ceramic and Pew and the other greats. So I don't need to understand it. That's more an issue where I'm dumb. So Badger U as well. I think I'm thinking of the right guy. I think I know who he is. But I mean, this is a 1-0 with Lukaku scoring. and then not a lot elsewhere. Again, a lineup that I may have played, except two, maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't have played this because I definitely would have played Alonso and there's no James.
Huh. Sure. I mean, that's what I would have done. Yeah, that's where I was at.
Yeah, I wouldn't have played this. There's no way I'm playing a keeper in a Chelsea match without the two set taking guys who correlate with him. Like that's a layup. I will punt. Yeah. I will get different everywhere else, but that's not the way I'm doing it. If I'm dead set on capping Mendy.
Yeah.
But like there's 6 points of correlation here, plus the 5 you get extra. But it would have had to been, this would have had to been like so heavily Lukaku and Mount that this doesn't matter. And then Tierney would have had to have gone off because to like need the correlation from the clean sheets here. I mean, they got 10 points total. There's just not a lot of upside.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I totally missed that Azpilicueta was in this one. Yeah, this one's confusing. Yeah. So I don't think I would do it either.
Andrew, if you watch, like, let us know. We're not trying to crap,
man. Yeah.
Red Coat, if you're out there, let us know. Guy who notoriously does not talk, nobody knows who he is.
I respect that. Okay.
Yeah. And any of the commenters, if you see what they were doing and it's over and above our head, let us know. That goes with everything, like every slate. Let us know in the comments if you see something and we're just like doy, like let us know. But yeah, soccer wise, I think I went about 500. Like I bet I broke even ish, maybe a little bit of a profit overall. But with that MMA, I think I was up a good bit. And I bought the Verve album, man.
Yeah, congrats. Finally putting those winnings to good use.
Finally spent any of it on something that wasn't bills. Bought myself a record for $149 that I will never open and play.
Is it a white vinyl? Did I see that? Or is it a okay?
Limited print. I'd like to know how many pressings there were.
Yeah, let's get into the real analytics of this. Let's crunch the real numbers here. Expected, what's my XS, my expected spins of this one?
0. I see it starting on Discogs. It's starting from $90, so I've already overbid.
Yeah, it's okay, man.
They apparently pressed a new version, which I did not know, but it's not a limited edition white vinyl. Like I am so happy knowing that I own a limited edition, limited pressing white vinyl of. And like, I mean, it's my hipster piece de resistance, I think.
Oh yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I never wanted to be like a collector guy with this, but when you just find those rare things looking around after a while, and it's like, yeah, I'm pretty proud of just having this thing that hasn't been pressed since 1995 or whatever.
Yeah, and yeah, it's one of those things that I never would have bought with my own like income.
Right.
Like, there's no way I'm doing that. So yeah, man. Happy about that. Anything else for the good of the order?
No, I'm all set. Just up and at him again. Is there, do you know if there's a showdown tomorrow for West Ham?
Showdown of the week.
There's got to be, right?
Showdown.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna be throwing some out at that one for sure.
I have a bunch of $25 King of the Pitch. Winner of that gets the King of the Pitch entry. So you can max enter 4. I think I have 6, and I think I have a bigger edge in Showdown than I do in Classic. So I think I'm gonna spend 4 of my 6 and keep trying to earn them.
All right, homie. Good luck. I won't see you there, but I'll be there in spirit in the cheaper contest.
That's fine. That's probably a better way to spend your money. I'll be in those too. I'll see you there. How about that?
I'll see you there.
All right. I hope so. All right, everyone out there, like, subscribe, all that stuff. I don't think I did that whole thing at the beginning, so I'm doing it now. FSI doesn't pay me. We do this for fun. Help them out. Help them.
Sound like a cry for help.
Help them. No, very much not.
They're not paying us.
Very much not. No. No, they're cool enough to let us get an audience because we have fun doing this. So help them out. So much good content. including I'll be back for Galazzo on Friday for week 3. If you haven't checked out Galazzo and you're seeing this, every week I'm going to do a GPP preview. Sometimes I get it right. Most of the time I have, surprisingly. And sometimes I say Ivan Toney and that match goes 0-0. That's GPPs.
Listen, you usually say that people's like everybody's name that like ends up mattering in the end. Like I said, I wouldn't have thought even considered Demarai Gray. Well, I might have, but I had him in a special place in my mind because I watched Calypso, and I like to listen to my friend Alex talk.
I didn't play him at all. I feel another thing I feel dumb about this weekend. All right. Also, Gator and we should have a new So Rare video out this week. So more content. All right. Let's get out of here. Thank you, everybody, as always, for tuning in. We will catch you next week.